Let me guess, if you're here, you've already been hearing about AI everywhere, how it's going to transform businesses, make everything more efficient and easy, and even save money. But you're not pulling the trigger yet, and I know exactly why. Security, privacy, and cost. The fear that it'll blow up in your face. Today, we're going to talk about why these fears, while totally understandable, are actually keeping you from the biggest competitive advantage that's available to small businesses right now, and it won't last forever. Then we're going to talk about the real risks, not the made up ones. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. I'm Al Bryant, founder of Rapid Shift AI. We help small and medium businesses with AI education and implementation to improve anything they need, from lead generation to customer support. And here's what I've learned. 9 out of 10 of the objections that I hear aren't based on reality, they're based on headlines and horror stories. So let's address the biggest 3 concerns that I hear, because understanding the actual risks is the only way to make an intelligent decision about AI in your business. So let's address the big 3 concerns head on. We're going to talk about how to address the ones that are real and how to understand which ones are not. Fear number 1, what if AI leaks my customer data or sensitive information is exposed from the business? This is a big one. And you've seen the headlines about data breaches, but that's been going on well before AI. You're probably thinking, I'm going to feed my customer list into some AI system, and suddenly it's going to end up on the dark web or training someone else's model. But here's the truth about this. Modern enterprise AI systems are actually more secure than most of the software that you're already using today. Let me break it down. First of all, reputable AI vendors don't train on your data unless you explicitly opt in for that. Companies like OpenAI, Anthropic, and Microsoft have enterprise agreements that guarantee your data stays private. It's not going to go into the public model or into the public at all. It's not being shared, and this is contractual legal obligation from these companies. Second, you control what data actually goes in. Nobody's saying you need to upload your entire customer database. Smart AI implementation means using it for specific workflows where you control the information that goes in. Your receptionist AI doesn't need social security numbers. Your lead qualification agent doesn't need credit card details. These are just a few of the obvious examples. Only put in what is needed for the job. Third, and this is an important one, AI systems can actually improve your security. They can detect unusual patterns, flag suspicious customer interactions, and monitor for any other suspicious behavior 24/7 in ways that your current team simply can't. So what's the actual best practice here? Work with established providers who offer agreements for HIPAA compliance, security certifications, and clear data privacy policies. Ask these type of questions before you sign anything. And if the company you're working with can't answer them clearly, walk away and find someone who can. But again, guys, you have to remember that even that Excel spreadsheet that you're using or the email system where passwords haven't been updated in 3 years, those are your real security risks today. With proper implementation, AI is not the security risks that you think it is. Now moving on to the number 2 concern that I hear the most when I'm working with these businesses: cost and ROI uncertainty. So the second biggest concern pretty much sounds like this. This is going to cost a fortune, and I'm not even sure it's going to work. First of all, we got to take a step back. You're thinking about those 6-figure enterprise software implementations that took 18 months and never delivered results. You see these in headlines and news and studies and articles. You're thinking AI is another expensive gamble. But let me show you why 2026 is completely different. Here's the reality of cost. The cost of using AI models has actually dropped 280-fold in just the last 2 years. So what used to cost like $20 now costs only 7 cents. The large enterprises only club is over. Anybody can do this, small businesses to medium businesses to enterprises, if they structure the implementation correctly. But here's what really matters for your business. Small businesses are seeing better results than large enterprises. While big companies have 95% of their AI pilots failing, small businesses are reporting revenue increases with over 90% saying that AI has boosted their bottom line. It's made them more money. Why? Because you can move faster, implement simpler, and actually get to ROI as a small business. And you can do this much easier than large enterprises. So don't listen to those large enterprise horror stories that you see in headlines. Let's talk about some example numbers to try to put it in perspective. A basic AI receptionist that takes basic calls about your business and schedules appointments, you're looking at maybe $200 to $500 per month. When you compare that to a full-time receptionist at $35,000 or more per year, they can only handle 1 call at a time. They need vacation days, and they're not around at nighttime or on the weekends. The point here is the companies that are succeeding with AI aren't spending more money, they're spending smarter money. They're starting with one high impact workflow, measuring those results, and then expanding from there. It's also been shown that external AI solutions succeed 67% of the time versus companies trying to build AI solutions internally. Those only succeed 33% of the time. The translation here is, don't try to build this yourself. Don't hire a developer to create a custom solution from scratch who's never done it before. Partner with proven vendors like RapidShift.ai who have already solved these problems like yours. Start with your highest friction, highest value workflow, the one that's costing you the most time or losing you the most money. That's your entry point to using AI. You prove ROI there, and then you expand. Now, this is the last, but certainly not the least concern. I actually think it's the biggest of the three. The third concern that I hear the most is implementation failure and complexity. And in your head, it probably sounds something like this. What if this breaks everything? What if my team can't even use it? Or what if it gives customers wrong information? You're worried about the technology failing in public, an AI chatbot telling customers something completely wrong, or systems that don't integrate with your current tools, or your team even refusing to adopt it. These are all valid thoughts, but let's address them. When I'm working with businesses who have tried this before they contacted us, we realize that the implementation failures happen when businesses try to do too much and they try to do it too fast. Here's what we've seen actually work. Start with one workflow. You run it in parallel to your existing workflow or your existing processes today. Then you test everything before you go live. Let's say, for example, you want an AI client onboarding system. Don't shut down your current onboarding process. Instead, have AI initialize the onboarding paperwork, but have a human review the AI's documentation for the first 100 clients. Then you'll quickly see where it's accurate and where it needs adjustment. Remember, the companies with the biggest ROI are those who are fundamentally redesigning their workflows, not those who are just slapping AI on top of an already broken process. If your current process is chaotic and broken, AI won't fix it. It'll just automate the problems faster. Here's your implementation framework. One workflow, 1 month, measure everything. Pick something with clear success metrics, like time spent onboarding, or the follow-up response time, for example. Or you can even look at appointment bookings or the call handling volume. Whatever metric you choose, make sure you measure it before and after. When we look across the industry at the data and the surveys that have come, it's pretty clear. Implementation cycles that are compressed from months to weeks create new competitive dynamics. Your advantage is speed, and I said this before and I will say it again. But it's not just speed, it's speed with strategy. To put all this in a nutshell for you, your concerns, your worries, your fears about AI, they are legitimate, but they're manageable with the right approach. Security, work with reputable vendors and control your data inputs. Cost, start small, prove ROI, and scale what works. Implementation, one workflow, 1 month, parallel test it, and measure everything. Listen, guys, if you're still sitting on the sideline, you need to understand your competitors are figuring this out right now, or at least they're trying to. Trust me, I know. And the data shows that the companies implementing AI right now are establishing advantages that will be nearly impossible to overcome later. The experimental phase is over. The question isn't whether AI will transform your industry, it's whether you'll be leading that transformation or scrambling to catch up. So here's your call to action. The window is closing. You need to get in before it's too late. So what's your next move? If you're ready to use AI automation to grow your business, head on over to www.rapidshift.ai and book your free consultation call. Myself or someone from my team will be glad to have a conversation about your business and how automation could help you. Now, if this helps you think more about those AI concerns and fears, hit that like and subscribe button so I can keep bringing you guys practical and profitable AI insights. Until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next one.